Hi, welcome to Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries, presented by Arbitrary Hero. I am your Dungeon Master Cameron, here to run a game of Waterdeep Dragonheist for my friends. Say hello, friends!
Hello,
Hello.
friends.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody!
Yeah.
Today, I'm asking my friends to introduce themselves and their characters with this question. If you watched our previous episode, you saw that we ended in kind of a discussion in the party. They have realized the danger represented by holding on to Sylgar, who is Xanathar the Xanathar's goldfish. They are trying to come up with a method to mitigate that risk. And at the end of the episode, it felt like the party got essentially four options. Option number one is return the fish to Xanathar or one of his minions as an attempt to have like a positive relationship with them. Maybe if it's a minion, return it saying, hey, you bring it back to your boss and get the credit, but you'll owe us one, kind of thing. Option number two is to fake their deaths, allowing Sylgar to be rescued or returned, and having the blame be assigned to someone who is going to be quote-unquote dead. Option three, take Sylgar, put him somewhere else with someone else that Xanathar will scry for or locate object for, detect, and go attack someone else. And option number four is say, fuck it, let them come, hunker down, and let Xanathar and all his minions and whatever invade, trying to reclaim Sylgar, trying to just survive that onslaught. Those are the details, might change depending on person to person's interpretation, but it felt like at the end of the session, those were the four things the group was talking about. So we're going to go one by one and see who is voting for which option or which combination of options, starting with the defender of his group being thrown for a furry loop, the fighting wolfman. It's our master of battle, Rolan. Rolan, what are your thoughts here?
If we can, I think he's in favor of trying to do the most good for the people involved. So if we can fake a death and put our our unwitting accomplice in good standing, so he doesn't have to die or his family doesn't have to watch him die, I would be more into that if possible. Otherwise, my backup would be dependent on somebody else.
A combination of 1 and 2 is like, if you're doing ranked choice, that's like your guys.
And-
We should, by the way.
Yeah.
Ranked
Yes.
choice.
Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we be doing
Why
ranked
would we
choice?
not?
We are a sensible, civilized
For the love
people.
of fuck.
Of course.
why would we not?
I thought it
Yeah.
was. I thought it didn't need to be said that we are absolutely
think.
doing ranked choice.
would think.
Yes.
So,
Does
This is a
mean-
fantasy, guys.
Yeah. This is the real fantasy
That's a
we
real
want to role play.
We can make a better world.
Yeah. I just realized, like, it doesn't matter because this episode's coming out way after, but hopefully everyone voted. Vote. Go vote. Do it.
Vote.
Oh, I'm gonna say vote no.
Just
Yeah.
vote correctly, please. for
That
the love of
too.
God.
Vote smart.
Vote
Yeah.
like a decent human being.
Correct.
She started a brand new church, and her baby god she will not allow you to besmirch. Her psychic blades will protect you. It's the dark angelic rogue Alu. Alu, what option or combination of options is your first choice amongst the rank choice?
So, rank choice, I think that probably the safest option is for us to somehow pin it on an enemy with proof using Alu's Hat of Disguise to direct the wrath in another direction. I do think that a combination would work. So doing something similar to that while also like instead of actually like giving Sylgar or planting Sylgar on this person, just using that as evidence that they were in our tavern boasting about it, and then have somehow arranged to have Neural like steal the fish or something from our pub and return it to Xanathar would probably be the best option. with Holly's ability to kill someone without killing someone being a cover our ass option.
Awesome. Love it. So I guess it's kind of like you're almost doing all three combined.
Yeah.
So equal weight on all three options. The clever trap maker of his new home, Waterdeep's favorite little inventing gnome, he'll save the day with what's in his pocket. It's future mad magical artificer Sprocket. Sprocket, what about your selection amongst the options?
Oh, that intro is a delight. Well, if you saw the last episode, you know I've been fighting hard from the very beginning. Option 4, I say we just fight them. Go over here, put them in the street, make a big trap, and take them down.
Put some Reese's Pieces, lead it to a box with a
big
stick.
box with a stick.
Bro.
A magic box.
Yeah.
Beholders. Whatever.
Listen, if he's inside the box, he can't use his eye beams on you. He can't see shit.
Yeah. Or throw some sand in his eyes.
Put him in a bag of holding and just leave him there.
Yeah.
One big bag. So is it? Yeah, no. I still feel Sylgar is very valuable, and I would love to make a friend and get paid doing it. If just like, hey, we can give it to you to pass on, and we can get something out of it. And I like the idea of throwing them off for a scent of being like, oh yeah, just some transient, just some passerby had Sylgar in their bag, and that's why it was at our tavern.
Sure thing. Blowing up trees and buildings like a dragon. Broke but still carrying more cash than an armored wagon, which is true because Holly Reese does have, like, for being broke, she has a lot of platinum. To defy her magic would be folly. The future-sighted wizardess Holly. Holly, out of the options, what are you hoping we do?
Her option. She wants to use feign death.
Gotcha. As long as you're getting to use feign death, then you're happy.
Yep.
Sounds good. Last but never least, he loves to swing his magical sword. With his wife's killer, he'd like to have a word. Mistaken for a drow now and then, it's the ranging wood elf Fen. Fen, what are you picking here? 4. Bring them on. Let them come.
In the spirit of ranked choice voting, yes, I want to go, fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
or
4
get
is
our shit
option.
fucked up.
Choice number
It would
1.
be fun to
That's
fight a
option
beholder.
Option number
Not
2.
this level.
Look, Fen rolls with Rolan, man. Like, we mobbing deep over here, Rolan and I. So like, we kind of like got to roll together. So I'll follow Rolan whatever he wants to do. If you guys are gonna be, cowards, bitches, and not going for a fight.
Yeah.
Option 4 is always an option.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
pour
last
one out
one.
for that forlorn dog, lampshaded dog in the background.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, the options 1, 2, and 3 might lead to 4. We don't know. We'll see how successful
Here's
they are.
hoping. Here's hoping.
But so someone proposed, I guess, a combination of all 3. So you set up an antagonistic patsy. It sounded like you connect with Gnarl Zindros. Hopefully that was his name. Let me see.
Gnarl Zimbrindales.
There we go. Gnarl Zabrindus. Connect with him to get the word to Xanathar, it sounds like, and get Gnarl the credit for rescuing Sylgar, while having someone who is tied to one of the other factions fake their death as they die and hopefully, I guess, get the conflict between them started. Was that the idea?
Yes.
All right. I guess that's like a combination of all 3. So now that you all have expressed your desires and your votes, I don't think there was a clear winner there. Oh, Hannah's going away.
So by ranked choice voting, everyone's second option 4 is the one we're going with.
Yeah, everyone got it. Did you hear Hannah running down the hall?
I saw her mute her mic and I heard her in the back ears.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we're gonna find out.
What happened, Hannah?
She got a pen.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that would have ended well.
It's mine
Well-
now. Bye. she's going back.
I'm sorry. She's coming back for more.
Okay. So all these options take multiple steps, right? If you're thinking through your plan, you got to maybe make some contacts, determine who you are disguising yourselves as, all that stuff. So where do you all want to start in this plan? And is this the thing you want to do right now? This is like your highest priority, it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like there was a farmer's market, and it's like today's the last day of the Waterdeep farmer's market. I don't know if you want to like.
Yeah, let's bring Sylgar there.
Yeah, yeah. There's a monster truck rally, and that's only today. And Wilhelm got tickets, but I guess you could do this instead.
We can just cut to Wilhelm during the day.
Yeah, he's just by himself. Like he's got a row reserved. Oh. Yeah. So what?
Our Patsy should be.
Yeah, I guess that's the next step is deciding those things.
I think my vote is Fenn's werewolf that he's been hunting down.
I mean, we don't even know where he is, though. That's the problem.
You're on mute again, babe.
Ian, if Ian was
Can you-
saying something,
That dude
Yeah,
is a
he's good.
badass.
Cameron?
Like,
Can
Yeah,
you
he's-
take us to the quest board so we can see who all the names are?
yeah. Oh, that made me so happy you asked for that.
that dude
Thank you for
fucked us up
asking,
last time.
Danny.
Yeah.
I'm into it now. Let's wreck someone.
I mean, so you do have, I believe, Holly Reeves, you know Disguise Self, and
And I
Alu
have-
has a hat of Disguise Self. You don't need to know where that dude is necessarily to have him be the fall guy for something.
Yep.
I like that.
Sure. Why not?
Frame him up.
And
we can. I'd suggest Captain Zord, the guy who's selling the Nimbleroid bomb saver in the city. We haven't really followed up on him, but we can just kind of send Xanathar at him, tie up that loose end.
yeah, if you want to,
Who Fenris Stormcastle is?
I don't think you have met him. Where are you seeing that on the board?
Under Briganders.
Involving the Growlhounds who are dead. Observing the Growlhounds who are dead. There's a name that I can't read because it's crossed out.
Oh, Felrecht Lafine. He was
That's
he was
I
one
remember.
of the yeah.
And then underneath it says Fenris Stormcastle is involved.
I think you found some communications from him. So if you went back and looked at like the papers and stuff you found,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, it is in the Drow, the house that was observing the Growlhound Villa. They were like posted up in a house that you went and infiltrated. There was a note that you found that had his name on it, but you haven't really found anything else yet.
And then there's also Captain Zord of the Sea Maiden's Fair. That would potentially be a possibility. I'm kind of feeling like Ian's dude might be like my
I mean, there's a lot of
Personal
bang for your buck there.
like
Well, yeah.
impossible to take out.
Do we know where the werewolf is right now? Because this could be a great way to root him out. If Xanathar starts hunting for this guy, he's going to come out of hiding fast.
If you remember, it was literally from your character's perspective. Last night was when you last saw him, and he got away from you, and that was just one night ago.
Okay, so he's either running or hiding right now.
Yeah. So if you want to minimize the chance of him like being in two places at one time, he might be hunkered down right now, and you could like say, "Oh, he popped up here."
Be cool. And then that way that guy's on the run, so he's not actively hunting us.
I think it would be kind of cool for like Fen and Alu as that person disguised as that person to
Have a therapy session.
We'll have a bit of a skirmish in the tavern, and that is how Sylgar gets left behind and therefore can be given to what's his face.
My only objection to that is in order for it to look believable, I'm gonna have to get my ass kicked.
That can
Yeah,
be arranged.
I mean,
Because it's not going to look believable otherwise.
there's a
just-
lot of people who will be in the tavern as well.
You don't have to do this. I just had a really funny idea where you all arrange to have a fight with people, and the goal of the fight is to lose. Like, your characters are super strong right now, and you have to, like, against a bunch of weenies, you have to convincingly, like, get your butts kicked, and it's like you're accidentally rolling too high.
Oh man, that would be pretty funny. Yeah.
I mean, Fen, you've got, like, what, a plus 10 to hit now with your sword or something?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like, unless you roll a 3 or lower, you're hitting 14. You're hitting most medium armor.
How do I get my shitty, non-magical sword back?
I think Roland has it.
I have it. Yeah.
There you go. I don't mind
Yeah.
that idea. That could be fun.
So, okay. So you want to sick Xanathar on the Castlanters by saying that Bran Stonebridge stole it. And he's gonna, like... It's you learned that Bran Stonebridge was working for the Castlanters from the Drow. So if that's like, if you're making that connection, if you're hitting up your Drow network,
We knew that
like,
before because he was at their temple of.
Yeah, but you could like like the Drow are really focused on information gathering and disseminating. It feels like not much of a stretch to use your Drow connections to get that rumor out there and into the right ears, if that's what your goal is. And if you're doing that, then, like you said earlier, Gnarl Zabindra seems like a natural fit for that. He from his Drow contacts, he heard Bran had Sylgar and was located here. And boss, I know you're really suspicious, but at least I got your goldfish back, kind of thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's as good as any plan I've ever heard, so let's do it.
And it's kind of an open, like, if I'm thinking through things, it's kind of an open secret that the Castlanters are devil worshippers now, because that's gotten out in the papers. So ostensibly, it's not crazy to think that Bran Stonebridge might die here and then pop back up again in the future. Like, if you fake his death and he comes back later, it might not be crazy for someone to not be suspicious about that, because it's like, oh, there's like a devil wearing his skin walking around now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That works fine for me.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure. Sounds
Okay.
good.
So, walk me through your steps. How do you want to get all this together?
Well, we're gonna need to how to disguise. I'm actually thinking, Roland. I can't remember what Bran's weapon, like regular weapons, are when he's not a werewolf.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of those as options. So even though I can disguise myself as him, it might behoove us for you to attune to my hat and be him.
Yeah. That's fine. I can deal with that. I can pretty much use any weapon we find.
He had a long sword.
Okay. Well, I have one too. So. All right, then
My sword's longer.
Yeah.
Well, mine's thicker.
So you need to
Mine's magic.
to make this crazy scheme work. You need to establish a couple things. It sounds like one, Bran needs to be spotted with Sylgar in this tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta establish that fact and get that information out there. Two, you need to make sure that Gnarl learns that information and work out exactly what's going to happen with Gnarl. And three, Bran needs to be defeated / killed / whatever, and Sylgar taken from him by Gnarl.
Who's the biggest gossip we know? Do we have to throw a party?
Yeah, and let's also remember the phases of the moon.
Well, it sounds like I'm assuming you're trying to do that today. If you're
Yes.
doing it today, Fenn's not turning into a werewolf until tomorrow.
Me.
Roland.
Or sorry, Roland, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. It's a hot potato right now.
And if I do that I can't guarantee anything. Like, it'd be my first time, so
Be gentle.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not gonna last very long.
Cool. Yeah, because then if we say we just wrestled it away from him and Bram ran off into the night, Xanathar can still keep trying to hunt him and get revenge. So then he can go hunt the real Bram.
Yeah, I think that would be like the best.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's the best plan.
Hell yeah. And then when it fails, we'll fight him.
All right.
Here's hoping.
Well, in that case, hand me the hat so I can start attuning to it. And
It's not something you need to attune to, actually.
oh, really? Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, you can just put it on, and when you're wearing it, you are disguised.
No, Hat of Disguise requires attunement.
Not in my sheet.
A wondrous item, common, requires
Mine-
attunement.
It doesn't have a attune to. Oh, maybe it's the check mark.
It's because you're attuned to 3 things. You're actually not attuned to the Hat of Disguise right now because you're
Okay.
using your winged boots and sending crystal, and Aeodon takes an attunement slot. So you don't have to worry about unattuning. You can just hand it off, and then
Cool.
Roland can attune. Okay.
Awesome.
So while that's happening, Holly Reeves, we established last time, you bought a spell scroll of Feign Death.
Yep.
For 150 gold.
Yep.
Then you spent another 150 gold and 6 hours copying it into your spell book. So you have that spell now.
Okay.
Um,
So I should have given 300 gold is what you're saying?
yes, 300 total.
So I need to give you another 150.
If you haven't, yes. And I might have missed that last time. Okay. So that happens. The spell scroll gets destroyed when you copy it, so you don't have to worry about the spell scroll in your inventory. You just copied it in your spell book. Okay. That happens. It sounds like if you're trying to rope Gnarl into this, you gotta go make a contact with him.
Okay.
And you all have evidence that Gnarl is working with Bregan Dareth.
Yeah. So Ian can send word to Jaxel.
JB Nevercott.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. That's one of his contacts. You may have others, Ian.
I mean, I think he's the one, right?
Yeah, JB Nevercott has been your main person. He's been
handler.
giving you information on Bran directly, and 2, he's been the one that's been asking you for help with stuff like the evidence against the Castellanters and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we can let him know that Bran is at our tavern boasting.
Are you queuing? Are you gonna be straight with JB Nevercott?
This is stirred now.
I
Hard
mean, is
no.
there any reason to be?
I
I
could.
mean, from a
I step up, but then Allie just pushes me back.
I could try. Could I try suggestion?
I mean, we want to maintain
sorry.
plausible
On him?
deniability, right?
Who-
Or would that
we
not
want to
work?
pretend that we believe it too.
Okay, well, let's start out simple. Who is gonna go meet with him? He's got his little haberdashery in the Sea Ward. You gotta go visit him first.
And that would be me,
Ben.
right?
Can real quick, can I just say, can I go to Wilhelm and go like, I know your room is magically protected. Can we store Sylgar here for a little bit? And I'll kind of like roll over Sylgar and show him where Spindle is still attached, glowing a light blue. And if you ever need the catastrophe situation, send me a message on the sending stone. Here you go.
Situation. You want me to watch your fish? I mean, sure, but okay.
Yeah.
Take some- Because I don't think Wilhelm knows. So we're keeping
Well, go-
Wilhelm in the dark. It's like
Go ahead. Well, go ahead and go across the street and talk to Flutterfoot, and I think you probably calm him down, and he can fill you in on the whole situation. But we should probably keep this guy under wraps.
All right.
Just keep the fish away from.
Cool. I know we met like 3 times. See ya.
Humperdinck, or whatever the fuck the name of the cat is.
Marmaduke. Yeah.
Marmaduke. Yeah, get him away from him.
Yeah, while we do this next part, I would love for him to be in Wilhelm's room, which I know is like magically scry shielded.
And magically delicious. Yes. So,
I wouldn't know.
so Troll Skull Manor, Wilhelm has the fish. Who all is going with Fen?
Nobody, just Fen.
Just Fen. Okay. Fen, you head
Wait.
over. Yeah.
Ben, what is your? How much charisma do you have?
Not good.
One.
Can
That's
I
my problem.
go?
No, though,
I-
he's giving information.
Well, I was gonna say if I went with Fen, but just kind of trailed behind, just to like keep an eye on him, in case I have to use suggestion on
In case he
anyone.
fucks up.
You can use Albie to keep an eye on him.
I mean, what,
That's familiar.
are we lying, or are we telling him the truth?
It's not a lie, right? Because
If you believe it.
Bran has been seen at the bar with Sylgar, right? Like, these are all true things. Like, the fact that it's not actually Bran is not
But we want to get what's the guy's name to go there. Like, what's his impetus for?
Gnarl.
Yeah.
Gnarl.
How are we gonna get him there?
Just be like, all you have to do is be like, I'm passing along this information so you can reach out to people who might be able to get the fish out of our fucking bar.
I
Yeah,
say.
like, I
Will-
was gonna say it'd be huge brownie points for him. It'd get in really good graces with Xanathar if he ultimately gets Sylgar in his hands.
We'll
Like that is
we'll play this out. It sounds like. Fen, do you feel like Fen, you have sufficient instructions from your delegates?
I mean, ultimately, like as I said before, like we can just, to Cherie's point, like it gives us plausible deniability. Just say that, like, if we believe it, it's not a lie.
I think you can try that.
George Costanza rules.
And if that's the way you want to go, that's the way we'll do it. All right. So Fen, you go to
Oh,
the
yeah.
haberdashery, and you have, remember, you have a hat from JB Nevercott. Is it a trilby or is it a fedora? It's a fedora.
Yeah, it's a wide-brimmed fedora. It's
Yes,
like an
Indiana Jones hat. Yep.
Anti-lying hat.
No. But you remember that it's like a one-way communication with JB Nevercott. Do you give him, like, do you want to do anything to give him a heads up that you're heading over there? If you remember, before you've been there and you have met someone else who claims to be JB Nevercott, who is not the guy you've talked to and didn't know what you were all about.
Yeah, I guess I should say, like, I got a message for you. I got some inside scoop. I got some,
Ah, gosh.
some intel.
He just
Out,
fell.
out loud, you're like, well, time to head over to JB Nevercott's haberdashery.
We gotta meet up, bro.
Yeah. You head over there. You go to the Sea Ward, down Ivory Street. You get to the JB Nevercott's haberdashery. You see that there is a sign that says it is currently closed.
Of course it is.
Currently
What
closed.
time is it?
Oh,
It doesn't mean he's.
It should be
Yeah.
open. Do you want to try the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door. He's probably doing some like dirty business in the back.
You
Probably,
you
like,
open
cutting
it,
up a body or some
you
shit.
open the door. The door opens wide open. You can go in, no problem.
All right, now I feel like I'm like about to get.
Oh,
I'm gonna
baby.
get fucked up. All right. Well, I'm gonna do the stupid thing and just go on back there, because I know I'm gonna like walk in on him like cutting up a body or some shit, right? Like, this is what's gonna happen.
You
This is a scene out of fucking Pulp Fiction.
you cross the threshold, and you see that from the outside it looked like the sign said closed, but the door was empty. The store was empty. On this side, you can see that there are thick curtains drawn over the windows. The sign still says closed. And you see the man that you have spoken to as your contact, JB Nevercott, is sitting at a table with a small, like, little lunch in front of him and two place settings. He said, "Oh, I'm glad you decided to swing by the haberdashery. What can I do for you?"
This ain't him, guys. I think
Not
at this. No, it's definitely not him. Because if the hat works, he would have known. Something's happened to this dude.
He might, the real one might be hiding in the corner.
He would have
I-
known I was coming.
Well, I guess what I'm implying is he did know you were coming, and he closed the store down so you could talk privately.
Okay. All right. Well, then in that case, then yes, I'm telling him everything that we discussed. That yes, we think that there's news that this dude is with Sylgar, and like he's on the loose with the goods.
Give me a
So just in
deception
case.
check.
All right, here we go. What is my deception actually?
Not gonna be good.
Great. No,
Not
it's negative
on-
1.
I don't.
All right, here we go.
It'll be great.
Anybody have Holly? you
Guidance
with me?
yourself. with
Can I
your-
guidance myself?
I wanted to come with you. You're on your own, kid.
Are you able to guidance yourself? Is that a thing?
You're on
You
your own.
Yeah.
can, yeah.
All right.
But he's gonna see you hold up a sword and say some magic words.
Please,
But
Whisper,
I'm
please
like,
help me your
I'm
sword.
like horny for my sword. And I do that before every time. Every time I
Fed's
do
like-
anything.
Well, could he just
Fen-
like
Fen-
caress
Fen
it in
says-
the sheath?
Fen says
Yeah.
out loud, "This is in character. This is perfectly normal." The way the sword works, you specifically have to like say some magic words out loud. It's just like when you're casting the guidance spell. There's a verbal component. You can't disguise spell casting unless you have subtle spell casting.
All right. We're gonna have to do this raw then, boys and girls. Here we go.
All right.
Good to see how you do.
Ooh,
Oh, okay, not bad.
Wow.
that was
not
over
bad.
to 3.
He says, "Sit down. Would you care for some gabagool or?"
Yeah, cool.
No, I only came by just to give you this information, just in case you had some sort of interest in it.
He says, "Oh, well, I can't think of why I'd be interested in something like that."
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
You don't want to tell him that you want to get the thing the fuck out of our bar?
No, because he's not straight with anybody. He's not gonna tell me what his plans are gonna be with this, right? Like he's not gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll go send some dudes over there.
Fen,
I'm just gonna be saying like, look, it might be advantageous for you to investigate this a little bit. Just some. I thought you might be interested.
he says, "Why would I, Fen? Come
on
on.
the QT.
We've worked together
don't
for a
know.
little while now. Come on."
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. It's silly. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned it. It's just something I heard on the street.
You can tell that he knows you're not telling the truth.
Are you kidding me?
No, he
beat a 16.
and he has no, I'm not going to tell you that. Yeah,
He's
this
got some sort of trick that he can see through my lies.
Eventually you'll learn something. I recognize that right now it's like, oh, he beat a 16, but later on you'll be like, oh, that's what was happening.
That's who.
He's like,
Yeah.
Fen, why don't you sit down?
All right, tell the truth.
Do you know why you're here today? No, he's like, come on. What I'm here. I think we've had an amicable relationship in the past. I'd love to help you out. All you need to do is tell me what you really need.
What I need is our boy Gnarl to come over there and start some shit and try and pick this boy up for us.
Yeah, you want Gnarl to come to Troll Skull Manor
Yeah.
and pick a fight with Bran?
Yeah, I want him to check us out. Yeah, I want him to put on a good show, basically. You know what I mean? Sell it, make it look good.
He
The
says,
fish out of our
yeah,
bar.
that when do you want that to happen?
I mean, tonight if you can.
He says, yeah, that can happen. Now, you're going to have to sell it too.
I mean, look, you don't got to worry about us, bro.
Yeah. He says, sure. Who do you need?
We're pros, even though I clearly can't lie for shit.
Aside from, he says, don't worry, everyone's got their strength. You're real good at swinging that sword.
And the ladies love me.
Yeah. He
I
says,
got a great stylist for Coachella. I look great.
Fen, who do you need to see this?
Who do I
Aside
need to
from
see this
Gnarl.
guy?
Is there anyone you'd like to ensure is in the crowd?
Who do I need to see this, guys?
I mean, general public, really. I would say general eyewitnesses.
I mean, that's what I said before. We got
The more neutral corroboration we can.
Yeah, well, that's why I said we need to throw a party. We need to have people there. Like, tell your friends that there's like it's ladies' night.
Gotcha. So,
well, tell them to
No
learn.
cover for the ladies, $1 drinks.
and he says so you need Gnarl to come in, rescue Sylgar, publicly fight with Bran.
Yeah, like I said, like be overt, make a show of it, man. Like, so people notice. It's gotta be obvious. Like
He says, yeah, absolutely.
just, don't take it easy on the merchandise, like don't break all our booze and shit.
Yeah. Something you might be interested in, it sounds like. Something he's like kind of brushing a little crumb off his plate, or off his napkin. He said, I heard something interesting. So I don't know if you know, but Sylgar has a dedicated caretaker. There's a dwarf that is basically in charge of taking care of Sylgar. His name is Ott.
Ott.
Let me make sure he doesn't have a last name.
I definitely remember seeing that dwarf in the room. Yeah, that was the guy who was scared and huddled in the corner, right?
That's the guy who was scared and huddled in the corner.
And that's why he didn't join me through the teleporter.
So we want to make sure he's there.
His name is Ott Steeltoes. He says, well, I have it on good authority that Ott Steeltoes is somewhere in the trade ward. He's in a house in Brindle Alley that the Zhentarim control. He was apparently looking for Sylgar when he got picked up by some Zhentarim agents who are now trying to pump him for money. Something happened recently about a very powerful magical artifact got stolen by Xanathar, and word's out on the street and people are looking for it now. I don't know if you know anything about that. He says in a way that makes it clear that he knows something about that. But, if you're looking for a witness that will, be trusted to say, yes, that is Sylgar. Yes, he has been saved. Yes, the person who took it has had vengeance dealt upon them. Ott Steeltoes sounds like the guy for the job. He's kind of like looking at his fingernails.
Do we need to rescue him?
Yeah, because I'm like, we don't necessarily. We don't want him to like see the exchange, like who he's taking it from, do we? I guess we do. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we do. We want him to come to the bar. We want him to see everything, right? We want him to, does he have a drinking problem? Does he have a girlfriend? Like, how do we get him to the bar? But it's good to know. Can you what do you know about him? What any personal information about him?
On Ott Steeltoes, let me look, because I, as a DM, don't have a ton of...
Because he's either, to Sherry's point, is he, hole up somewhere? Is he, has he been captured?
Kidnapped.
Is he stuck somewhere?
He says he's kind of an odd bird. Taking care of Xanathar's pet fish is pretty nerve-wracking. I know in his spare time he worships Zugtmoy, the queen of fungi. He likes to grow mushrooms, spores, and molds, but
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
That's about it.
It sounds like he's been kidnapped, right?
Yeah, he's been... Well, you don't know that, but Fen knows. Yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
He's been kidnapped by Zents.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's the guy that we're going to need to go, see this. We're going to have to, spring him first. We got to do a jailbreak somehow.
Sarah Lee, Olive has connections there. You just need to, let us know, and we need to figure out which Zents.
Yeah, if Fen, if there's anything else you want to talk about, Fen, you can, or if you're heading back, you can regroup.
I mean, I think that's about as much intel as we need, right? We know who we need to be there. We know that the guys, that Gnarl's going to be there. I think we're good. Yeah.
Awesome. So returning, Fen, you fill the group in. What do you all want to do now?
We got to figure out this Ott fellow.
Yeah, I think we have to rescue. What time is it,
They
Cameron?
say he's an odd fellow. Yuck, yuck. It's
No,
like
no.
it's business hours. It's like 10 in the morning now or something. It's you haven't done a whole lot today yet. So if you're arranging this for like nighttime bar time, like 8 p.m., you've got plenty of time to do that. And he said Otsil Toes is in Brindle Alley in the Trade Ward.
Brindle Alley Trade Ward. All right, so I feel like we should go and steal him, but if at all possible, Alu can probably, figure out who has him. Bring him back to Troll Skull.
But how do we do that with him without him figuring out what the fuck is going on?
Well, we're just we are also after the Stone of Galore, right? Like, I assume that this magical artifact is something that we're interested in. So it's not going to surprise anybody that we want to talk to him and that we want to steal him. And then, we can take him to the bar where Roland can be Bran boasting about Sylgar, and he'll be able to witness the whole shebang going down.
He can authenticate it's Sylgar. And like you have in with Zhentarim's too, you can probably talk and get his release pretty easy because it's your rival. I mean, it's your faction.
Yeah.
So we might be able to talk to them and kind of let them know, like, hey, well,
And
get in.
if Davil is out of jail,
She's going to try to talk to Zhentarim to releasing Ott so he can be at the tavern tonight, as well as invite Gnarl there. And then while there, we're going to stage a fight between Roland, disguised as Bram, and Fen. And since they're terrible at PvP, or they're terrible at charisma and deception, they're going to try to brawl it out. And in that confusion, we're going to invite Gnarl to steal Sylgar back and abscond with both him and Ott, getting him big favors back into Xanathar's and us brownie points for orchestrating the whole thing.
Awesome. Yeah, so first step, you want to reach out to your Zhentarim contacts, Alu.
yes.
So that is something you need to go to the city about. Davil's under arrest by like the city government, not by the Zhentarim.
Oh no, I know. But I
Okay.
would like to be released so he can help with this.
Sure thing. So you want to go to like City Hall first?
I want to send regular message, like my little sparrows, to my regular, like my other contacts as well. But at the same time that that's happening, also go to the city.
Okay, you're using your contacts to get in touch with the Zents, and you're
Yes.
gonna go to City Hall. Is anyone
Yes.
coming with you for City Hall?
I mean, I don't know. Does anybody need to come with me to City Hall? Anybody feel like you guys need to come with me to City Hall?
If you want backup, if you got it.
What about if I got it? If I got what?
If you got it, you can. But if not, like some of us can come as backup and just sort of hang out like down the block, if you want.
I think I got it. I mean, but if anybody wants to go for a walk, they're welcome to join.
Sure.
I think we're all just spreading out right now.
Yeah. So we'll start out. If we're spreading out, we can do a couple things at once. But Alu heads to Castle Waterdeep, where in the dungeon of Castle Waterdeep, Davil is being held. You reach out to your contacts. They're gonna get word out about making contacts with the Zhentarim. In Castle Waterdeep, especially with your contacts with like actually, why would they let Alu in there? It might be smart to bring someone like Rolan, Holly, or Sprocket, who have pull with either the Lord's Alliance, the Force Grey or the Order of the Gauntlet to like they'd be willing to let them through, but Alu's kind of just like a person off the street by design, that she hasn't like, right, you haven't built up necessarily a reputation with the government.
That might be it. Holly for the best. She's got the most sway individually anyway, like on generally speaking.
That's also true.
I think we'd also give you some extra gold and some resources just in case you have to give them gold-fashioned bribe.
Yeah. Girls trip, you head over to
Elder Scrolls game.
To Castle Waterdeep. There, Holly Rees, you flash your Lord's Alliance badge. You don't have any trouble going and being taken down to a cell, where you see a surprisingly disheveled Davil Starsong. If you remember, he is a sun elf. They're also known as high elves. They are like, when you think of the Tolkien-esque, like graceful, majestic elves, they're the closest analog to that. He's a cat's trying to break into my door, but he and his relationship with you, if you remember, like you helped save his adopted brothers.
The Doom Raider.
Yeah, the Doom Raiders. He put you in contact with Istrid Horn in the past. He had you work with Schemo Weird Bottle, things like that. And he, like, throughout all of it, he seemed like friendly, outgoing, confident. This time he's pretty quiet in his cell. He looks up and sees that you're visiting him. He gives maybe a small smile of reassurance, but it's just not the overt friendliness and like extroverted energy that he normally has. He says, I appreciate the visit. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anyone right now.
Like, Ollie would be like, what the fuck is going on? What has happened? Like, where's your lawyer?
He says, well, I mean, they're working on things. I know they've been discussing with the magistrates, but it sounds like there's not going to be any bail posted for me. Two things are being pinned on me: the botched kidnapping of Rainer Neverember, and then most of the bodies at the Growlhound Villa. They're going to be charging me with. They have charged me with.
Note to self: Ollie's going to rectify the wrongs.
He says, like, don't worry, I'm not talking out of turn. And I know you've kept the rest of the family pretty safe. Is everyone doing okay, Yagra and all them?
I mean, Ollie's making sure everybody's okay, so we know that they're okay.
You actually haven't checked on them in a little while, but... Huh?
It was before we time traveled, but that was like a day or two ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's been touching base with Yagra. Because she touched base with Yagra to make sure that he had a lawyer in the first place. She's like...
Yes.
I can't babysit on having her do it. But,
yep.
like, always providing support and checking in as much as possible.
Yeah. He says, is there anything I can't do much from back here, but is there anything you need?
Well, I think that Ollie would then fill him in on, not like all of the details of, how we ended up with Sylgar, but just letting him know that, like, fucking Sylgar is in our pub with contacts and we need to get him out. We've heard that his caretaker has been kidnapped by the Zhentarims. So, like, trying to figure out how, like, who do I talk to somehow get both of them out of our lives?
He says, that's
Any information?
crazy. He kind of chuckles. He says, I mean, that's some crazy shit. If you survive, that's a story for the ages. I mean, you can't tell it because you'll die, but that's hilarious. I mean, it wouldn't be us. It's got to be the people that are working for M. So, your best bet is probably going to the yawning portal and letting the rest of the crew know. But whoever's got Ott is free game from your perspective. We're not gonna. No one's gonna worry if you have to crack a couple heads to get him back for your plan to work. It's none of our guys.
Oh, dope.
That's basically what Ali
Good to
needs.
know.
Cool. Ali will basically reassure Davil that she'll do everything in her power to make sure that he is released as he is innocent. And we'll let him know that she'll be back.
He nods. He says, I appreciate it. Anything else you want to do while you're here?
Can't think of anything. Anybody else think of anything else that Ali should be thinking of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Holly, Reese, anything you want to do while you're in Waterdeep Castle?
No, not that I can think of.
Yeah.
The only other thing, I mean, you are very close to the yawning portal if you want to check in on anything, or if you want to meet up with people at the it won't be that hard to identify the Zhentarim safe house. You've got a street location, and you could go like scout that out.
Yeah, I feel like we'd use the sending crystals just to let everybody know that we're gonna stop at the yawning portal, talk to a few people.
Oh, great. Can you grab some takeout?
Ali will basically meet up with the the Davil side of the Zhentarim people that are there and be like, here's what we need. Here's what's going down. We're stealing this dude because he's got information that we need.
You get there, and there's Yagra, but there are two women you don't recognize.
Ali would talk to Yagra. He might pull her aside and be like, they trustworthy? Give her...
Yagra, give me Holly Reese and Alu. Give me insight checks.
Damn it.
Al, you can tell. Yagra's. It's not like she's nervous, but it's like she's in the presence of her like boss's boss.
Oh.
The one of these ladies. Let me make sure I got my. One of these women. She's in plate armor. She has on the table a great sword that she's polishing. Yagra says, so that is Tashleen Yafira, and she's the master of arms and mercenaries for the Zents, but she's with us. She's a Doom Raider. The other woman, Yagra doesn't give a name to, but she has like pale skin, dark hair, kind of curved over. She has a, let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, I can post a little picture of her.
Where?
I just put a giant token. She's wearing dark robes. Even though she's like doing work with her hands have thick leather gloves on both of them. And she looks up at you and says, "So you are acquaintances with Davil. And Jagger kind of beckons for you to sit down.
Ollie would be like, he's earned my trust.
She says, and apparently you have earned his. What is your business with us today?
I think that Ollie probably sums her up and thinks, this is one bad bitch that I want to be on my side, so she might be willing to trust her. And she'd probably look at Holly and be like, and Holly's going to, what do you think? All right, what did you roll? You rolled a terrible insight. Are you trusting her or no?
You could, Holly, if you want, you can give me an Arcana check. Also. An 11. You don't clock anything specific, but you can tell a very powerful wizard when you see them.
Okay.
Someone that one-on-one might be out of your league right now.
Okay. I mean, with that being said, I would trust her.
So
she knows her thing. She knows her shit.
Yeah, so I think that Ollie would obviously not tell all of the story, but she would basically fill them in on, like, Sylgar is in our tavern, and we want to get him out of the tavern, so we are planning to...
Before you start talking, she raises up a finger and then gives a circular motion of her hand and a snap, and from her hand pulses out a bright white light that kind of encompasses around your table. And she says, sorry, I wanted to make sure this was a private conversation. Continue.
I feel like the second she makes it a private conversation, Ollie's like, I trust her. She might spill a few. She might be a little Sprocket-esque in the situation. I feel like she may not tell the whole story. She probably is going to leave out the Stone of Galore, and the fact that Sprocket is the one that stole Sylgar, but basically being like, we have come into possession of Sylgar. He is at our home in Trollskull Manor. We have a plan to get him back to Xanathar without, hopefully, getting ourselves killed. In order to do that, we will need Otto, right? What's his name?
Otto Steeltoes.
To corroborate that is Sylgar in a manner, without an invitation, obviously, as part of, against his will, shall we say. In order to do that, we're probably going to need some assistance, and we are planning on raiding the Zent's safe house on this particular street.
She says, that is interesting. I think we can provide some information that might help you with that. If you could help us out with 2 goals that we're working towards. One is short term. It can happen after what you're doing now. And one is longer term. Though I guess we'll start with the short term. Do you know someone named Dasher Snowbeetle?
Recognize that name, but
Yeah, he's one of ours. He works in our kitchen.
She says
helper.
This one's simple. It's the Snowbeetles are the richest halfling family in Waterdeep.
Yep, that's right. I remember now.
They're offering 500 gold dragons for information leading to the safe return of Dasher. For our purposes, that money would be very helpful in moving some of our agendas forward. If you know him and you can help with making the connection here, you'll get a cut of that gold, obviously, but it would help us finance certain ventures that we intend to take. And she kind of dips her head at Tashlin.
Holly Reese sticks out her hand and she's like, I'm in. You got yourself a deal.
I feel like Alu would be like, I mean, we can definitely arrange a meeting. What we can't promise is that he'll choose to stay. Because if I recall correctly, he doesn't want to be a part of his family anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So she would say we can absolutely ensure that he is safely returned. We can't assure you that he'll stay for long.
He says, I mean, it's once we get the golden hand, I don't care, what he does.
We can definitely arrange that. I think we would.
She kind of sits back, and you can tell that she's thinking for a moment, and then she says, "What do you know about the Black Network? What do you know about the Zhentarim?" That's the synonymous names for the same organization. To both you and Holly.
Yeah, Holly Reese looks at Alu and she's like, I don't know, Alu. What do you know about the Zhentarim?
Alu would probably, smile a cheeky little grin and be like, not much. I'm part of it, but I don't know much.
Give me, this is a very low chance of it happening, but go ahead and give me history checks.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh. See 19.
With a 19 and a 20. So you know that the Zhentarim, it's essentially the mafia. They have the Black Network operates everywhere, kind of smuggling, skirting around the laws, racketeering, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with a 19 and 20, both of you know something important. And this is like, this is not like common knowledge, and it's not even something confirmed, but this kind of pops up in the back of your heads, that there's this rumor about a couple hundred years ago, the leader of the Zhentarim was a wizard named Manshun. Manshhoon. And he was obsessed with immortality, and he tried to achieve it through cloning. At some point, something went wrong with his cloning process. Normally, when you have a clone, the clone is inert, meaning non-living creature, until you die and your spirit gets sucked into the new clone. That's how magical cloning works in D&D.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I love that idea.
Manshun's clones started waking up while he was still alive. And for a while, there were multiple Manshuns running around. They essentially were all as egomaniacal as the original Manshun was. They all thought they should lead the Zhentarim, and they all had a homicidal urge to kill each other. Like, they couldn't be in the same room without trying to kill each other. This woman says, Erstal Floxen does not lead the Zhentarim. Davil Starsong does not lead the Zhentarim. Manshun leads the Zhentarim, and I'd like you to kill him.
Oh, Alu looks at her in the eye and says, I'm with you.
Holly Reese, what do you say? She says, it is my aim to kill him, and I'd like you to help me.
Alu's in.
Yeah, Holly Reese is like, okay, yeah, Alu will help you.
Is there anything you two want to ask in regards to that, or are you just signing on board?
Alu's signing on board, but she also would be like, any ideas how we can help? Are there things that I can start setting in motion now?
She says, well, actually, one of the things, if you're going to rescue Ott, I am looking for a way into Manshun's secret base, the Zhentarim headquarters. There is a woman that will be at this safe house. Her name is Averine Winddriver. Sticking that in here. She is a a human, a Luskin, and she should know or have some means on her to gain entry into the Zhentarim headquarters. I think this will be of particular interest to you because I know that from my contacts within the Black Network, the Zhentarim possess an eye of the Stone of Galore that they retrieved from Reiner Neverember's locket when they kidnapped him. If you are able to get into their headquarters while you are stealing what you seek, it will open the opportunity for me to get what I seek.
What do you seek?
She says,
The Holy Grail.
She says, I am the only Manchun that should lead the Zhentarim.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. Okay, great. Cool. Yeah, I'm in. I'll help you.
It is. I'm in. I love it. It's awesome. I'm so excited.
Yagra leans into Holly Rees and Alu and says, "We call her Mamshun."
Boo. Sprocket walks by. Boo.
Yeah, you just hear him out on the street. Boo!
So cool. Where are we? I'm been a little bit of a day, and I'm getting kind of antsy. So, what's the we help you with these 2 items. What's the next? What's next? What's on our to-do list?
Well, if I guess from your perspective, if your goal is to go rescue Ott, like you've basically gotten carte blanche that hey, the jerks in that safe house are free game. Go kick the door down or whatever you want to do, raid it, kill them, get him. While you're doing that, apparently she just wants some information or whatever you find in the safe house related to getting into the Zhentarim headquarters.
All right, cool. Let's go blow some stuff up.
I'd love
For
to.
sure.
So you all are regathering together at the safe house or that street, Brindle Alley in the trade ward.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You can send out your speaking stone. Fen and Sprocket and Rolan, you get there. Does anyone do any prep stuff right now or just start looking for the place?
Holly. Rona.
Oh, hey, friend.
I'd
Hello, Marmaduke. Marmaduke kitty.
Yeah, with Alu being in the Zhentarim, would she have heard any whiff or wind of this place? Like, she probably had a history of like whispers.
I mean, like what they were saying, the Doom Raider faction of the Zhentarim are not operating here, and because there's a civil war within the group, they're being kept. But you could do like a stakeout for a while, and it wouldn't be that hard to identify this place. You're basically looking for flying snakes. If they use flying snakes to send messages, you're looking for a flying snake that goes in the house, and like that's probably it.
All right, I'll put Spanner in the air and check it out.
Yeah, give me like a perception check or something.
Oh,
Okay. 19.
Oh. Yeah, you are able to identify where this place is. Give me a second, and I'll get this map all set up.
Are you bringing Albie with you, Hannah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring Albie.
You spend time like you've done stakeouts before by this point. You're all pretty good at it. I'm not going to make you roll stealth to be in disguise or hang out casually, that sort of thing. You spend a couple hours. It gets into like the late afternoon. What is that, like 4 o'clock or so? And then Sprocket, you spot a flying snake coming down the alleyway on the far side of you. Squidly, Jinx, and Nat, the little urchin kids, are playing in the alley, and a flying snake you see whips down the alley past him and then ducks into this side alley here.
I tell the group.
There's a little snake went by.
All right, let's lead the way.
Yeah, I'll send Spanner to kind of fly after it. Hey, Roland, can you carry me for a second? And I'll go comatose and just watch through Spanner's eyes. Is it?
Yeah, okay.
I don't wait for you. I just immediately just fall flat on my face.
Yeah, with Spanner, you see the snake come over here, and it doesn't enter a door, but it flies through a little hole that is in the side of the wall on the same side of the building that this door is. So it's basically flying right next to this door that's closed into this building.
A little snake-sized hole. Cool. Yeah, I'll just have him hover in the area and keep an eye on that spot.
Can you like send Spindle through that hole? I'm just curious if it's big.
If it fits.
Spindle's the same size as a flying snake. They're both tiny.
Oh yeah. I'll just keep sending them.
Give
I was
me a
just
stealth
necessarily-
check on Spindle.
I'm not saying it's advisable.
Wait, no, sorry. This is Spanner.
Or sorry, Spanner.
Hey, stealth +3. Look at that. 13.
Would you guys like me to cast Pass Without Trace?
Probably.
Yeah, if
Yeah, I mean,
you're
why
if you're
not?
doing sneaky stuff, you can have done that beforehand.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Pass Without Trace. Shall it be cast?
All right, so that becomes a 23, and Spindle is tiny. I don't think it's any issue of every time. Damn it. I don't think there's any issue of Spanner getting in. You can see there are. I'll sneak you in. There are.
Okay.
There's like 5 dudes in this room. There's a little nest of flying snakes over in the far corner. One of them has the little flying snake like wrapped around his forearm that just arrived and is opening a note and reading it. You see they're guarding a door behind them. You don't see Ott here, but you do see another door here.
Okay. I will. Sprocket's limp body will murmur, "Holy baloney! There is a pretty well packed in there. There's a couple guys grouped in the center and a couple guys in a small little nest of snakes in the back room. Looks like maybe someone lurking in the back corner, but it's pretty dense in there."
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like our luck. Let's okay.
I guess you would, Sprocket, you would tell. I mean, you all like are, in terms of numbers, you match them. It's just a small space. It's not like they outnumber you.
Yeah. Which I would say, like, well, if we can get something a big area of effect in there, you could hit a lot of them. If we're just the goal is to smoke these guys.
Yeah, if you all want to do your, like, you're in this back alley, you're approaching, you have Pass Without Trace. If everyone wants to roll me a stealth check, and then we can roll some initiative if you're trying to stack up at the door, and do like a raid. Oh, pretty good stuff. Alu is on here a bunch.
26.
Oh wait,
Gadoo.
I forgot I get advantage with stealth now.
So let's see. Holly got a 17.
Dog shit.
That was
Still.
Stealth. Okay, those are all stealth rolls. The only person that's actually rolled initiative right now is Alu, correct?
Yeah.
I would argue I don't have to roll stealth because I am limp in Roland's arms right now, and I'm still watching through Spanner to make sure there's no movement in the room.
That's fair. Yeah, why not? I'm
Great
fine with
idea.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just my armor rattling.
You just leave Sprocket, like, he's not going to stack up at the door. He's just, like, unconscious. He looks like some drunk gnome in the alley. All right.
Throw him in a pile of trash.
Okay. So the lowest roll here was a 21 on stealth. You all are fine. Even Spev got a 19 and he's unconscious. Yeah, you're all able to sneak up. You can position yourselves wherever you want.
Welcome.
Get the I'm gonna go ahead and pre-roll initiative because we can say that with your scouting you'll kind of have a good idea of what the other group is going to do.
I'm gonna
Cool.
step.
Awesome.
Can I step back to Sprocket as this is happening, so I don't have to waste an action?
Yeah. You're all perfectly stealthy. You've done this before, right? You did it last night at the Devil Worshipper's house. So,
yeah.
you have an idea of what's going to happen. You've scouted out the outside. You recognize that there is no like windows or anything. There's no way out except through this front door. Alu, Rolan,
Not meet OSHA standards.
Fen, Holly. Yeah. Not probably not.
No, it does not. As someone in HR, no, that does not meet OSHA
Yeah.
standards.
Sprocket, if you pop out, do you want Spanner outside with you?
Spanner can stay inside, but just my conscience is going to be back into Sprocket.
Gotcha. All right. We can say, since you're stacking up at the door, if someone else besides Alu wants to bust open the door, you can, and then you can start your with your stealth checks. You're all going to get a surprise. They're going to be surprised when you jump in.
Well, Roland's right there on top if Allie wants to hold her.
Can I use firebolt at the door?
Yeah, I mean, it'll
Is it
burn.
a wooden door? Is it a wooden door, or is
Yes.
there a handle?
It's a heavy wooden door. It's not going to like incinerate though. It'll catch fire.
Yeah. But will I be able to kind of blow it open?
No, you won't. It'll catch fire. It's not going to like explode.
Well, Roland can kick open the door if you want to send a fireball in there.
Yeah, if Roland, if you want to, you can start it with an athletics check, and then we'll go into initiative order if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, breach and clear. Ready?
Yeah, a 17. You knock this. You kick this door open. It slams into the side, crushing Spanner. No, I'm kidding.
He can go back. He's the expendable one.
Yeah, it does that thing where it hits the wall and Spanner's in a spot where there's still a gap between the hinge and the door. Spanner
There's
saw
like
his
the door
life.
jam.
Yeah. Spanner saw his life flash before his eyes, but he's okay. Door slams open.
He just saw Dave flash before his eyes.
Yeah, Alu, you're looking here and you see 4, 5 dudes, some snakes. What are you doing?
She is going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh, cleric spells, yeah. Who are you targeting?
It says,
Like you pick a guy.
Yeah, all right. I am. Okay, so I guess I should have perhaps asked, what is this right here?
What is what?
Right here.
That's a dude.
Okay, but does he look like a perception check? Perhaps might have been smartest to start with. Like, can I perceive that this person might be more?
So the other dudes look like they're in what are they wearing?
Like
Leather armor, and they've got little maces. This dude's wearing robes and doesn't seem to have any weapons on him.
All right, probably him.
Sure. And you surprised him, so he doesn't have a reaction, so he can't counter spell. 20 hits. Roll me that damage.
Nice.
Awesome. So he takes 12 radiant damage, and he is lit up. The next time someone attacks him, that guy, they will attack with advantage.
All right. I guess I will at least step over the threshold here.
Yep.
All right. Who's the guy who has the fire?
This dude.
That guy in the back. Okay. Well. All right. Let's see here. Ooh. I guess I'll start with this guy here.
Yes.
This is a surprise round. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, so they don't have any actions and they cannot take reactions until their turn has passed.
Cool. All right, I'm going to Great Weapon Master attack that guy with the Moontouch Glaive.
Yeah, you kind of point him out, and he's like, "Who, me? Oh, you hit."
Okay, cool. Let me roll that damage.
Don't stand here and getting
26 slashing damage. He's almost dead already. You fucking smash into him. You slash him across the chest. Some of his guts started perforating out of his side.
Okay. Let's see. I will go ahead and try something similar with this guy here.
Yes. Are you using any maneuver dice?
Haven't yet. So, let's try. Yeah, let's try a sweeping attack with that second guy.
Yes. Great Weapon Master also?
You know what? Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Who's gonna?
All right.
A 19 hits.
Cool. All right.
23 damage plus
23
your...
plus a d8, I believe.
25 damage.
Okay, and then also that's a sweeping attack. So
Strength save.
I believe it's a dex. Hang on.
Hanging.
Strength save. He needs to be a 16 or he's going to be knocked prone.
Does manage to stay on his feet, but he's like cotton now. You took out his shins, and it's just knee to ankle.
Okay. So then bonus action, going to go back to this guy, try and tag him in the head. Regular attack, though.
Regular? Why regular?
Because you said he's almost dead.
Call your shot.
Yeah. No, regular attack with that for the second guy. That's 23 to hits. Cool. And then 7 bludgeoning damage to this guy.
You brain that dude. He drops dead.
Cool.
Or I guess you could technically do non-lethal, but...
Yeah, no, we're not here to do that.
He's like, wait, I know a secret... And it's just...
I know where the next key is! No, fuck. I could action surge and do 2 more attacks.
You could.
Feel like that might be... Do it. Yeah, let's action surge. Okay. All right. Let's go back to regular attack on this guy here.
Yeah.
28 to hit. Cool.
He's dead.
Okay. And then
God, Roland, can you save some for the rest of us?
this is what fighters do. This is literally their only deal.
Room when you get in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I can only do this like once too. Like this whole going the extra mile thing, I can only do it once.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
So you've seen how much damage you can do. Can you kill one in one hit?
All right. Yeah, you're right. You've tempted me now. All right. Great weapon. Great weapon. Minus
hits.
5 is 19.
Yeah, that hits. 20.
Fuck.
What else? What can you...
Can I throw a maneuver on that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. I'll do another maneuver on that, and I will. I'm gonna do a distracting strike.
Sure thing. So the next attack on him will have advantage.
Have advantage, yeah. Yeah, so let me throw 8 more on that. Let me make sure that's how that works.
25. He's not dead, but
Okay.
he looks close.
All right. And then I will just set myself up here. I'm good to go.
Pretty good turn. All right. Thug's turn. They can't do anything. Now they have their reactions. Fen, you saw Roland come in. You saw an arm come flying out the door, land at your feet. What are you doing?
I am dashing into the fray.
Yes.
There is this fire dude down here? He's like chucking flames.
He hasn't done anything yet, but
he hasn't done
is.
anything, but he's one of those robe wearing motherfuckers
Yeah.
that looks like a nerd.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a fucking problem.
You can move and get to him now. Roland kind of cleared the way for you.
He's like up in the corner, right? So I can't. Like,
Yeah. You can get over there without an opportunity attack or anything. That's only 25 feet of movement, and you've got 40.
Okay. All right,
Yep.
So I'll just finish this dude off. I want to go
Yeah.
ahead and
He
just-
Heal
looks-
that kill. You go
he
right
looks
ahead.
pretty badly hurt if you want to like save your essentially
Well, I'm going to use Planar Warrior, which doesn't
Okay.
cost me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can only
And
do
that
that
gives me
once
D8.
per turn, but yes. You're basically it's going to cost you the opportunity to use it on your second sword swing on someone else.
Right.
So you might
yes.
want to save it.
Yeah.
Right. So I can use it but I can use it on my second attack if I want to.
Yeah, you can.
All right. I'm just going to do a raw attack on this guy.
Yeah.
If it kills him, great. If it doesn't, then maybe I'll use a second attack on him in Planar Warrior if I need to.
Yeah, do it raw, no protection.
Do it raw, baby. Here we go.
No raw dogging.
Oh boy.
All
Oh,
right.
God.
Oh boy.
That's my wife, everybody.
You're welcome.
All right. Here's roll to hit.
I, for one, appreciate Cherie's dedication to
18.
proper sex education. That does hit. Give me that
Alright.
damage.
For sure.
Damage. Still not. Oh my god, I rolled a 0.
You
Oh,
rolled
that's a 10.
0?
It's not
Okay.
If you rolled
10
it,
plus
a,
6.
a 0 on a d10 is
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah. So you said
So you
you
rolled
did
max damage.
16.
16 total.
He dead.
He dead.
All right. I shall move forward on my second attack.
Yeah.
Move here. Attack this boy.
Advantage again. Oh, we didn't even fish for the crit on the last one, but that's
I guess
okay.
whatever. Maybe we can do it on this one. All right. Same
Yeah.
thing. Roll to hit.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah. Oops. I'll just roll again.
You got Planar
I'll
Warrior.
roll again anyway. Fish for the crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've got your plan. You're using your Planar Warrior on this one, and favored foe, or just
Yeah,
Planar
because this is
Warrior?
the end of my turn.
That's a
Oh
crit.
shit! All right, give me. So
And
because
Planar
you're
Warrior.
using Planar Warrior, and you crit, it's 2 d8s from Planar Warrior, not just one.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2d10, 2d8.
And
just
your
gonna do it
favored
Plus
foe
strength.
stuff.
Whoa, what happened to the controls over here? Okay, 2d10, 2d8,
Yes.
Yep.
2d10,
For starters.
2d8,
All right.
plus 1d8 for Planar Warrior.
No,
that
2d8
was
is Planar Warrior.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you get from favored foe? Did you want to use
Favorite
that?
foe is 6. This guy hasn't been attacked yet, right?
Shuri, Alu lit him up. That's why you've got
Okay.
advantage on him.
So he has been hurt.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I was looking for, but that's not gonna happen.
So favored foe, if you
can
want
use
to
once
use it,
per
you
turn.
hit because you crit now, it won't be 1d6, it'll be 2d6.
I mean,
Jeez.
I want to see how big a number I can put up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
go
see
for
how
it.
big.
2d6. Throw it on. Throw it on the pile.
Yeah, punt is full of the moon.
Jeez,
Okay.
11 more.
So we've got
Okay, so
29 plus
29.
what is your actual
Plus strength.
damage?
5, I think.
Your damage is on 6. So 29. So 35 damage. You kill that dude as well.
Oh
You-
my God.
You focused a fireball onto that
Yeah,
poor
you
poor
step
person.
in and just slice that dude's head off.
Look at me,
Uh,
I did a good. I did a good.
You did 2 goods.
That's all your stuff and action, bonus action, movement. Holly, it is your turn.
All right. Holly Reese is
Fireball.
going to go into the room. Can she step over this dead guy?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
step over all the dead guys you want.
All right.
Or on them.
That guy's alive.
This guy?
Yeah.
This
That guy's got a
alive.
snake on him.
And this guy's a bunch of snakes in a trench
All
coat.
right. Oh God. All right, Holly Reese. Who's the guy that we need to keep alive?
None
Is
of them.
he in this
Sprocket
room?
hasn't been in this room, so Sprocket has not identified who that is yet.
Yeah, no, it's none of these guys, and the woman also is not here.
No, Ott is the guy we're trying to recover, right?
Yes, there's Ott that we're trying to recover, and there's a woman here that we.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, I totally seen Ott. I would have told you guys on the way in that he was a dwarf and probably going to be not a willing inhabitant here.
Yeah, you don't see a dwarf.
Okay. All right.
So go ahead and kill the dude and the
Let her
snakes.
rip.
All right.
But don't kill anybody else.
Yeah, she's just gonna use fireball on that guy.
Fireball
Firebolt.
or
Firebolt.
Now-
Okay.
now
Yeah.
I know it's been a little while since you've played a wizard. If you are that close to someone and you're firing a ranged spell at them, you're going to be attacking with disadvantage. Did you mean to go that far into the room, or did you want to stay back and throw the firebolt from further away?
Even if it's a cantrip.
It is
Yes.
a ranged spell. It's like you're trying to shoot someone, but they're close enough to you that they could get past your hand and make you miss.
All right. She'll take a few steps back then.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can
So,
just come as you walk in.
yeah. So you come in and you throw a firebolt at that dude. 20 hits.
Yeah, it does.
Hell yeah.
That's you rolled to attack twice.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry, Cameron.
No, you're fine. 13 fire damage. You nail him. He looks pretty badly singed.
Okay.
That was your action to cast a cantrip. Do you want to use your bonus action to cast a leveled spell?
I'd like to, but I think the only leveled spell I can do is Misty Step,
Yeah, and you don't need it right now. Sure
and I
thing.
don't know that I need it right now. Yeah.
All right. It is someone else's turn, and they are surprised by the commotion. Sprocket, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna come back to and like stand up, dust myself off a little bit, look into the room, and even from outside on the street, there's just blood splattered the entire inside of it. I'm like, well, we're pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to use all my movement to walk in. Pardon me, sir, and just kind of ignore the combatant. I want to start searching to see where they're keeping Ott.
So Fen his back is to a door. You can like slide past him and get through that door if you want.
Yeah, excuse me, pardon me. I'm just going to put my shield up and kind of squeeze between the two of these guys, and I'd like to peek in there. 'Cause I think I got movement for that.
Yeah, I'd say with how jam-packed it is, you wouldn't really be able to peek in, but you could like open the door and it'll just be open.
All right, yeah, cool. I would love to do that, and then
You see a woman, a man, and Ott Steeltoes is in a chair. He's tied and bound, and he's looking worse for wear for sure.
okay, is the woman, because I assume the woman's not bound and the man isn't either. It looks like another one of these kind of.
It looks like they're like caught flat-footed by you, but they were like interrogating Ott.
Okay, cool. I'd be like, you guys probably just want to surrender right now, because next things are about to get bad. And can I try to actually wait? I'll do something. Actually, I'm just gonna cast grease on the room. I still have my action. I'm just gonna cast grease. Put it right there.
Sure. How big is Grease again?
10 foot, I think. Whoops. Because Ott's not going anywhere. I'm just actually no. I'm sorry. Just put it right there in case this guy comes towards the door, and she's gonna go ahead and be in that. And that is a 10-foot square.
Like this?
Yes.
Awesome.
Slick grease covers the ground in 10-foot square. Center point turns into difficult terrain. Each creature standing in its area must succeed on dex saving throw or fall prone. Any creature that enters the area or ends its turn there also makes a dex save.
I'm gonna say Ott is bound up. He's not gonna he can't fall prone. We can see if his chair falls prone, I guess. But he's basically not part of the fight, so we won't worry about him.
Yeah, because I assume the thug has to like run into the square to get to the door to get out.
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it right on top of him just so he'll fall
is.
immediately. He can't just swing at Fen right now. And yeah, and then I'll just need dex saves from both of them.
All right. That dude's dead.
Whoops, find familiar is not what I meant to cast.
The dude falls straight on his butt. The woman stays standing.
Dang. Cool. And then can I, as a reaction or as my bonus action, can I use telekinetic shove to try to get her to fall again? Just try to like push her back against the wall.
Yeah,
because it lets
sure.
me move a creature 5 feet towards or away from me. So that'd be my bonus.
You slam her against the wall, trying to knock her off her footing.
Correct.
She does fall.
Cool. Awesome. I'll turn to the rest of the group. There's a couple more in here, and I found our guy. Don't hit the dwarf. And that'll be my turn.
Awesome. The flying snakes are now alert of what's going on. The dude is dead. Alu, it is your turn again.
Okay, so Alu is going to walk over to here, and she is going to inflict wounds on that dude.
Yes. 24 absolutely hits. Holy cow. 21 damage. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 3d10.
You see he screams as blood starts spurting out of like these cuts that these lacerations that open up on his skin, and he falls over dead.
Hell yeah.
Was interesting.
Yeah.
And let's see, think just checking. Yeah. Oh, for my bonus action, I can give myself advantage on my next attack roll. So on this turn, I can give myself advantage on my next turn.
Awesome.
So I'm going to do that.
Absolutely. Rolan, your turn. Everyone in this room is basically dead except the snakes in the corner. That are like, there's a little like nest of them.
Gotcha.
This is
All right. I guess I'm just going to poke the snakes. Regular attacks, though. Going to start from the right and go across. First attack. Uh,
18
hits.
You kill a snake.
Nice.
They're killing snakes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What about this one? Going after that one.
What are you seeing? I only see one.
Yeah, you might want to refresh. They're stacked on top of each other, but the 11 misses the snake.
Okay, hang on. It's reloading. Oh, there's only the one. Okay.
There are 4 of them. They're just all in the same little area.
Got it. But then my second attack missed. Okay.
Yep.
Bonus attack. Polearm Master attack.
That hits.
Cool.
Did you do cleave on these?
I did not do cleave.
Oh, hold on. What was the first one? 13. So you actually
Yeah.
kill 2 snakes
Jesus.
with the first attack.
Okay.
And then you hurt one more, -3. And then if you attack the fresh snake with your cleave attack, your second or your bonus action attack, you smash its brains in, and the cleave damage. Yeah, you clear out this nest of snakes.
God.
Yeah, they're
All right.
You slice 2 of them, slicing into the third one, and then you kind of take the haft of your halberd and just like put the butt end slowly on top of its head and just smear its brains across the wall.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do it that way, but I'll take
Well,
the kill.
It's weird that you did it that way.
We're all
Everyone else in the
I'm
room,
not into the
room,
animal cruelty. I just gotta do it for our safety.
the room gets real quiet as Fen, Alu, Sprocket, and Holly are just like, "What the fuck, dude?"
God.
This is the only way to kill them.
Horrified by her
Like a
infliction.
mummy, you have to disgrace them. Make sure it's
Enough
big.
for that.
All right, but you do eliminate the nest of snakes.
All right.
Anything else on your turn?
I think that's it for me.
All right. This dude is going to. What does he have to do to get up?
I think he can just stand prone. I'll double check, but I think if he's already in there or ends his turn, are the when the grease appears, each creature standing in it fall prone. No, since they're already in it, I don't think they can just stand up.
He's gonna walk over, like not walk over. He's going to crawl over to and then try and stand up once he's outside the grease. And he's gonna look and see that everyone in the other room is dead. There's 5 people in here, and he's gonna put up his hands and he's like, "We surrender."
They were all alive 7 seconds ago.
Yeah. He's like, "What do you want? Are you here from the Xanathar's Guild?"
Not exactly, but we are taking your prisoner.
He says, "Yeah, we're sure, whatever you want."
Alu's gonna basically search him and the spy lady and take, anything of interest that they have.
Yeah. The woman you see, she has an amulet, a very interesting looking amulet. It has, it's a silver disc with the initials DK on it, written in S. You could pass this around and someone would recognize it as Esperurin runes, which I recognize as a mouthful, but I'll put that.
Esperurin runes.
It's on either side of a small blue gemstone in the center. And there's not a specific item for that. You take an amulet item and then customize it with the description.
Got it. The woman, I assume we can tell that she's an Aluskan.
Yes.
So we know we found our Avarine wind driver.
Yes. If you ask her, she doesn't say anything, but the other guy, he says, I'm Zorbog Gyrakorth. And yes, that is Avarine. She kind of tries to elbow him and silence him. But yeah, we were running this safe house. Now we are not. So we will head on out.
Just hitting that dusty trail.
Yeah, time to be moving on.
Whenever an enemy departs like that, I always just want to kill them because I'm afraid they're just gonna run around the corner and get their friends.
If you
the lady that we just met with, wasn't she wanting to get rid of Avarine?
She didn't mention wanting to get rid of her. She wanted so it's basically what she said is she knows or has a means of access to the headquarters. I'm assuming that this amulet is that means of access. However, we're not just letting her go because that would be dumb.
If you frisk Zorbog, he's gonna let out a nervous toot, and you find a message on his person that seems like this was sent by the flying snake. It's a directive directed to him, signed by Manshun, It tells Zorbog to gather the usual gang and kidnap someone named Feneris Stormcastle, who lives on Quill Alley, who's a known associate of the new meddlers in the Grand Game. And Zorbog is to squeeze Feneris until he reveals everything he knows about the new participants.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Blue is going to wave the little piece of paper and say, what do you know about this?
He says, I literally just got the order before you got here. I haven't been able to do anything about it yet.
What's the grand game?
He says, that's for someone higher up than me. I just follow orders. I think you all have heard the reference to the grand game before. And it is
trying to find the horde.
Yeah, it is this like covert competition to get to this treasure and increase your standing in the city.
Is it Never Ember's Enigma?
Yes.
Horde? Okay. Got it. All right, so what was the name of the person they wanted?
Feneris Stormcastle. I'll put it all in the Discord after the recording, but I put it in the Roll20 for now.
That's on that person's name is on our map already.
Yeah, we knew we had some tie to this.
Feneris Stormcastle is involved.
Yep.
No idea why or how.
It's all coming together.
Okay. And we know where to find them. They are in where again?
Quill Alley.
Quill?
Yes. I think if you plan on doing some like heavy duty interrogation of your own and talking with Ott, I think that is a perfect thing to start our next episode with. So we are going to call this one done. Hey, we brushed off some cobwebs. We did some role playing. We did some investigating. You all fucking murdered some people. We're back in the old groove, baby. We'll catch you all in 2 weeks. See you, everybody. Bye.